everyone. This is Cheryl Arlette Hubbard Walker, and I'm back again today with another video. I want to say welcome to my accounting channel, and welcome to my accounting channel, Accounting for Real. So in my previous video, I talked about, in other words, if you have a company, my company, well, actually, it's a make-believe company. I believe I said it was Cheryl's. I had several. Cheryl's, in other words, Cheryl's Leather Coat. I have a leather coat business, or I have I had uh, a nail salon. So this time, my make-believe company, just for the purposes of, explaining the business terminology and accounting terminology. So this time, my business, I have a make-believe company, and it's going to be called Cheryl's Beauty and Barber, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber LLC. And so this is Cheryl's Beauty and Barber LLC, and this is just a logo that I made up, that I drew. So, and it says C and W Beauty and Barber LLC, C and W Beauty and Barber LLC. And I made this logo. So this is just like a make-believe company, just like when we're doing our accounting, when I'm doing my accounting equation. So, say for instance, this is my business right here, and I invested, say $100,000 in my business, and I want to debit my cash account, and I want to credit my owner's equity account. So that's what I do. In other words, I just started this business right here. So my next step would be probably to find out who my target market is. So in other words, my target market probably would be Cheryl's Beauty and Barber. I want to target individuals from, I would say, 20 year olds to 60 year olds, and also I want to segment my market again as well, just like I did my other business. So 20 to 60, maybe 65 year olds, and then I want to target some college students. And so what I want to do is I want to segment my market. Those are the two markets that I want to target. So then I also, as I mentioned in my previous videos, how and where am I going to target my customers? I want to target my customers through probably social media marketing. I have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also probably email marketing. So once I do that, I have my niche. My niche would be, I want to target probably, in other words, it's a beauty and barber. So beauty, I could do as before. I could do sensitive hair care products. So that would be part of the beauty brand. And then my next brand, when I'm cutting hair, I can target. I can have a niche as far as I can deal with hair loss, sensitive skin, hair loss, beauty products, that would satisfy those type of customers. So that would be my niche. Probably hair loss products. So products that would help them grow their hair. So that would, help their hair grow a little better. So that would be a product. Those would be products for my hair care line. So in other words, I have a hair care line because it's Cheryl's Beauty and Barber. So beauty and on my beauty brand, those are the things that I would have. So in other words, I have my company, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber. I'm going to be targeting a particular age group. So I have segmented my market. So the next step is where am I going to target my customers? So as I said, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and email marketing. So I want to make sure I have an email marketing list so I can target potential customers, and I can keep on targeting former customers and former customers, long time customers. So then after that, um, if I'm going to be targeting my customers on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, do I also want to have a storefront? So that would be another question. So if I want to set up a storefront, I have to look for the building or some office space. I have to find out if I have to find out I have to find a great location. So in other words, is this location going to be a location that will be convenient to my regular long-time customers and my potential customers? So those are some of the questions that I want to ask, myself. And then, so it's a whole lot of things when it pertains to business. And then also, do I want to hire customers, employees? So how many employees do I want to hire to work in my storefront? And do I want a storefront, or do I just want an online business? And then the biggest, I believe the biggest concern would be building my brand. Branding is a very important aspect of business as well as accounting. So you have your accounting department, you have your human resources department, and you have your different departments within your business. So you also have to build your brand. So in other words, when I'm building my brand, my brand consists of basically everything about my company. So your brand is everything about your company. So when you build your brand, you build trust. You build trust in your customers. So in other words, my customers want to know that products and services that I'm offering, uh, they are going to be satisfied when they purchase them or when they come to my business for a service. They want to make sure that uh, my products and my services are going to do what I say they're going to do when I'm marketing, when I'm advertising, when I'm promoting my business. In other words, I have customers that come in my shop, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber uh, business. So when my customers come in there, they want to know that they're going to leave satisfied. So in other words, I have to consistently work on building my brand. So when I build my brand. My brand is everything. My brand is my logo. My brand is my company colors. My brand is great customer service, and my brand is I said how we treat our customers, our products and services, and say our brand is everything, everything. Your logo, your company colors, how you treat your customers, and first and foremost, your product and your services. So customers, when they come to your business, they want to know that I come here and uh, I come here because I trust you, I trust your company, and I've been supporting your business for a while, or even if you have new customers, they want to know that, hey, I don't want to spend my money, and we come in here to your business, and we're not satisfied. And another thing, you want to offer a unique service and a product if you can offer a unique service and a product. In other words, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber Supply Company, I will have to be that company in order to draw in customers and keep my regular customers coming back. I have to try to be innovative. It would be a good thing for me to be innovative and try to offer something that my competitors do not offer. If I'm offering something different that my competitors don't have in their business, and my customers, when they come to my business, they're going to want to keep coming back. So in other words, I had to ask myself, what makes my customers keep coming back instead of going to another business that's offering the same service and products that I am offering? So some companies that you go in, they may have their music playing. They may have their music playing. They may have things set up a different way. Sometimes when you go in, so when you walk in the door, you are greeted with very kind employees. Well, some companies you're not, and I notice that a lot. Some companies I go in to purchase items. They have music playing. The atmosphere is very nice, and you feel comfortable. You feel like you want to come in there and shop. Well, some companies and stores, retail brands that you go in, they don't have that. You just go in there. Nobody greets you at the door. You just walk in, and nobody's there on the floor to even help you look around for the things that you might want. If you can't find something that you're really looking for, something that you come to purchase, something that you come there to purchase for, and you don't exactly know where it is. Sometimes there's no help on the floor. You gotta go to the front desk and ask, hey, can I get some help? I'm trying to find such and such, and I don't seem to see it on the floor. And then sometimes just like when I go to the Giant, sometimes they have one cash register, one line open, one cash register available. And sometimes when they see 9 to 10 people lining up for to be waited on by one cashier, they don't say nothing. Sometimes you have to say something yourself. So I mean, I like the brand, so that's why I keep going back. I love the brand, the products. I love the brand of products that they offer. So Save A Lot, they're pretty good too with some of their brands, but I particularly like I like Safeway's brand and the Giant brand. So that's just a minor flaw that they have. They do play music. When I go in the Giant, the music is nice and comforting, and it makes me feel like I want to shop. And the products that they do offer are of great quality. So I have never shopped at Giant and then came home and in other words, you shopping for milk, eggs, butter, or cheese or something like that. So I have never came home and then my milk was sour or something like that. No, that never happened. So Giant always has great quality products. So in other words, that's a good example of a company that has a great brand. Uh, they stand by their brand. You can trust their brand, and you can trust and know that when you go to Giant and you purchase certain items, when you come home, your food is going to taste, your food is going to taste, it's going to taste good. It's not, your milk is not going to be sour, your eggs are not going to be sour, and your cheese is not going to be molded or messed up or nothing like that. So they stand behind their brand. And I've been shopping at the Giant for a while. And then we also have McDonald's. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, all those are well-known brands. See, they built their brand. They built their brand on trust, a great quality product, and just having what the customer want when they want it, whatever time of day they want it. Because I think now, yes, Safeway is 24 hours. Some of their branches are 24 hours. Some of their stores and some of the Giant stores. I don't know if all of them are 24 hours, but I know some of Giant stores are 24 hours. And when you go in there, they have everything you want. I mean, they sell socks, cooking pans, balloons, anything you want. Basically, Giant more than likely will have. So that is what I call building a brand. So Giant, Safeway, um, what's that? Wendy's, McDonald's, all of them has built. All of them have built. They have. I want to make that plural. All of them have built a great brand, and also Amazon. See, we have Amazon, we have Google, we have YouTube, all those, uh, all those companies have built great brands. So when I talk about my company and I talk about branding, all those, I look at. all those well-known companies, and I observed how they have built a quality, trustworthy brand over the years. So right here, I just want to go over a couple, not a couple, there's a whole lot of terms. There's a whole lot of terms on branding. So I'm just going to read a few of them. So first one I have here is called brand extensions. So that's when firms use the same brand name in a different product category. And then we have a brand archetype. A brand archetype is that consists of personality traits that are looking to define their customer audiences. And it says reflects personality of the brands, easily understood and in brands by customers, by companies. They serve to better align personality type with specific customers. And then we have the brand gap, the first book to present a unified unit to produce a charismatic brand. Brand essential to customer lives. So the brand is essential to the customer lives. Theory of brand building shows how both ways of thinking can alleviate for a great brand. Brand architecture, a system that organizes brand products and services to help an audience access and relate to a brand. We have brand guidelines. I'm not gonna read them all. Documents that can be used to help build and identify your brand. Brand guidelines. So documents that can be used to help build and identify your brand. So in other words, your brand need to be identified. In other words, you have your brand. Everybody should have a logo for their brand, and so that is very identifiable. Just like McDonald's, Wendy's, like I said, Amazon, and all those different companies. They have different logos, so that way you can identify the brand. But they have the brand. Uh, They have the brand, the brand name, and also they have the mark. You have the McDonald's M, and we all know the logo, McDonald's logo with the M, so we know that's McDonald's. And then we have brand harmonization, ensuring that all products in a particular brand range have a consistent name, visual identity, and ideally positioning across a number of geographical product service markets. So your brand harmonization. And then you have brand experience. It's a type of experience marking a type of experiential marking that incorporates a holistic set of conditions created by a company to influence the feeling a customer has about a particular or company name. So in other words, your brand experience, when a customer comes to your business, are they going to have a great experience? It's just like if I go to McDonald's and I want to purchase something at McDonald's, what kind of brand experience will I have? When I go to McDonald's, is it going to be dirty in there? When I get my food, is it going to be cold? That's not a great brand experience. So when I go to McDonald's, and I'm so used to going to McDonald's for a lot of years, I want my food to be hot. I want my French fries to taste great, and I want my drinks to taste good. So when I go to McDonald's, I want the place to be clean in case I decide to sit down. I might decide to sit down, but I might decide to just go through the drive-through, get my food, and take it home. So when I get home, I want my food to be to my satisfactory. So I want, and McDonald's, I've known McDonald's over the years to be a brand that you can trust. So that would be included in the brand experience. So then I have, I have endorsed brand architecture strategy consisting of the creation of sub-brands with their own identity for certain business units under parent brand. Then we have the sub-brand. When a main brand creates a subsidiary or secondary brand, sort of like Diet Coke or Nacho Cheese Doritos, opportunity to reach a new audience. Then you got the on brand, supportive of a particular brand or public image. Then we have the parent brand. It's an existing brand that gives rise to the brand extension by supporting the allied product services by sharing its brand identity. Then we have rebranding. So in other words, when you change the corporate image of a company or organization, say for instance, rebranding, um, you already had one particular brand and you felt that wasn't working for you, your logo, your even maybe your company name, your business name, your company logo, your business name, even even all the way down to the products that you offer, your customer service, your products that you offer, you might want to rebrand, change the name, change the logo, and just offer a whole new line of products. Uh, you can always too. What I learned in my one of my business courses, you can expand your product line. In other words, Frito Lay, they was offering, I think, one type of Fritos, and I think they expanded to some other items. And just like Coca-Cola, they offer Coca-Cola now. I think they offer, if I'm not mistaken, potato chips or some kind of Fritos or something. So they expanded their product line. So that's a good thing to do too. And then we have the service brand product brands focus on the material performance, while the customer benefit of a service brand lies in immaterial performances. So your service brand, in other words, you got a product brand and you had a service brand. In other words, your product brand, say for instance, my product would be like, my company is Cheryl's Beauty and Barber LLC. So my service brand would be, in other words, I'm cutting hair. I'm cutting men's hair, women's hair, and then that would be part of my service brand. So I mean, I advertise that I cut, and I assume my customers believe that I'm a great, barber. I cut pretty good. So how is my service when it comes to my service brand? My customers want to leave when I finish cutting their hair, or women's hair, or, men's or children's hair. My customers want to be satisfied when I finish performing my service on their hair, cutting their hair or shaping their hair up or washing their hair or putting a perm in their hair or whatever. So that's my service brand. And then my product brand would be my beauty products. My products going to withstand my brand name. Have I built the trust up in my customers when it comes to my brand? When my customers buy and come and purchase from me, are they going to be satisfied with my brand? Do they trust my product? Do they trust my products and services? Are my products and services going to be to their liking? Are they going to be satisfied? So that comes under service brand and product brand. And then also I have brand standards. So set of guidelines for the colors. Give that whole your brand together to help create brand identity, photography and graphic elements, logo, specs, fonts. So in other words, brand standards. So in other words, these are the guidelines that are set up. In other words, when you pick your logo, in other words, you have a certain logo, it has to be up to the standards. And sometimes you can have somebody make a logo for you. You have somebody else to make one for you. So they're just saying that they have to be up to the standards. Just like, anything else. Just like generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP. So in other words, when accountants are doing the financial statements, they have to adhere to the generally accepted accounting principles standards when they're putting their accounting paperwork together, that income statements, balance sheets, statement of owner's equity. So basically, I think it's the income statements. So they have to adhere. I guess all of them really adhere to the GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. So those are the guidelines, the rules and the regulations that govern accounting principles. So then we have brand positioning, the place you want to own in the target consumer's mind, benefits you want them to think of when they see your brand. So in other words, when they see your brand, what benefits are you going to think of when they see, in other words, when they see my brand, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber, Cheryl's Beauty and Barber, LLC. What am I instilling in my customers when they see my brand? So I want my customers to know that my brand is strong, trustworthy, uh, beautiful, great. I have great customer service. I have great employees that work for me, that treat my customers with respect. And so in other words, brand positioning, the place you want to own in the target consumer's mind. So in other words, you don't want your customers, just say for instance your customers come, you have a customer, they come in your business and they're not satisfied, and you have employees that's working for you, and they had a problem. They don't, when your customers come in, they don't treat them well. They talk to them any kind of way. That will stick in your customer's mind. They were like, I'm not coming back to that business. And one time I went, and I know I got my winning. I used to go get my hair done all the time, but now I usually just do my own hair. So I'm trying to build my own brand up now. But years ago, one time I went and got my hair done. So the lady that used to do my hair, she did a good job. She permed it real good and all that. So I don't put perms in no more now though. But she put a nice perm in my hair. But it was just the lady that she had doing the shampooing. She washed my hair. So when she put my head back, when she put my head back in the sink, and she was going on putting the shampoo in there, and then she took the thing with the water hose. I think it's a water hose thing. It's like a hose. And that thing, she hit the button on that thing, and the water went gush right in my ear. All that water went right in my ear all at one time. So I don't know if that was an accident or she did it on purpose. So after that, I never went back. So those are the type of things that will stay in your mind. So I never went back there anymore. And I had been going to get my hair done for around, about 5 or 6 years. But when that happened, I didn't go back anymore. But it wasn't nothing that she did, because she did great hair. She could really cut and she could really perm. So I never went back again after that. So I guess that's one of the things they talk about, brand positioning. But that does hurt your brand. To me, that does hurt your brand, because you have to hire employees that's going to stand by your brand. That's going to, stand by your brand and make sure that customers can trust your brand and you. So, because you have your personal brand and you have your company brand. You can't hire people in your company and they got nasty attitudes and they doing things that is bringing down your brand. That's very important. And then you had a brand strategy, long-term plan for the development of a successful brand in order to achieve specific goals. Then we have brand personality. It's a set of human characteristics that are attributed to a brand name. Consumers relate increases to brand personality, brand equity. Then we have brand valuation, process used to calculate the value of a brand or the amount of money another party is willing to pay for it, or the financial value of the brand. So brand valuation, the process used to calculate the value of a brand or the amount of money another party is willing to pay for it, or the financial value of the brand. Just like if I'm going to get my hair done and she charging me $70, but I have been there several times. She put the perm in, but I don't get perms anymore. But back, a while back. So if if I feel that the quality is not up to par, I'm not going to keep on going back and pay $70 to get a perm and a curl and a nice little cut and all that if it's if it's not up to value. So you can't get people's money and then your service is not on point, product is not on point. Uh, in other words, you get your hair done and it's not, what you think it should be for what you're paying for it. And just like a product, say for instance, if I go purchase a product from a company, say for instance McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, if I go purchase some food from them, I don't want to see that, I agree, after I spend my money, then I sit down, I bite into the burger, and the burger is cold and hard, and the French fries uh, don't taste like they should taste, and everything is wrong about your whole total purchase and the product that So you have to stand by your brand, stand by your product. Your product is basically your brand, and basically to me is about 50% of your brand. But you have your brand, your logo, your colors, your fonts, your customer service, how you treat your customers. All that is included in your brand. What colors do you have? Do you have some nice colors for your brand, your company brand? And does your product stand up to the satisfaction of the customers? Because you don't want your customers to start going to another business because they're like, well, her products are not up to company standards. Her brand needs some work. So I'm going to another company that offer the same products that she offers, but their products are better quality. Just like when you go to a clothing store, same thing. You don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, and then the brand is not what they say it is. It doesn't satisfy. Customers I'm a customer, and I'm not satisfied. And then we had a brand image developed over time through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme, authenticated by consumer experience. So your brand image, it has to take time to develop through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme. So in other words, you have an advertising campaigns, and you're advertising your brand. So when people look at your brand, they want to look at everything about your company. That's just like I used to make I used to make wigs, and I learned how to make the wigs, and how you put the um, you get the mannequin. So I bought some mannequins, and I bought samples of hair. I bought closures and frontals and bundles. So this is a bundle. So I made some wigs, and I still had some. I think I'll probably donate those to I'm gonna donate those to somebody that may want them. But I made wigs, and I used to make, but I don't make them anymore. But so my brand image would be included in that. In other words, uh, were my wigs of good quality when I made them? So those are some of the things that I definitely had to think about. So in other words, you don't want to. I didn't want to make a wig, and then my customer get the wig home, and then the wig fell all apart. It wasn't sold right. The quality of the wig, in other words, uh, they pay hundreds of dollars for those wigs sometimes, and everything has to be. Your brand is very important, because your brand can be the thing that, if it's not uh, of great quality, if you don't build your brand, if you don't concentrate on your brand, then your brand could be something that could take your business right down to the ground. And the next one is a good one: brand management. Analysis and planning on how to develop a good relationship with the target market is essential for your brand. A brand is perceived in the market: product, look, price, packaging. Yep. So brand management. So in other words, you have to manage your brand so your customers can be satisfied. Yep. So you have your product. How your product look? What's the price? Is the packaging okay? Is it satisfactory to your customers? So then you have brand values, financial worth of the brand maps, shows the relationship position of competing brands based on how those brands are perceived by consumers. Then we have the brand agency, a firm that specializes in creating and launching brands and rebranding. Brand preference represents which brands are preferred under assumptions of equality in price and availability. Then we have co-branding. In other words, you have, I think this is when you have two different brands, like a brand partnership, and you can have that with another company. It says a marketing strategy that utilizes multiple brand names. That's co-branding. And then we have brand salience, is the degree to which your brand is thought about or noticed when a customer is in a buying situation. Brand salience. Then we have brand standards, set of guidelines for the colors, photography, and graphic elements, logo specs, fonts, messaging that comprise your brand. I think we have the endorsed brand, brand architecture strategy, sub brand. Uh, we have the on brand, the parent brand, and I think I already talked about these. I think that's it. So many things when it comes to branding. So just know that branding is very important. Your brand is something that has to be built upon. You have to build your brand, build the trust. You have to build the trust in your customers so your customers can trust your brand and the quality. You want your customers to trust your brand, the quality of the product that your products or services that you are offering. So branding is very important. So you have the brand, you have your company name, you have your niche, you have your target market, where you're going to market your products. Are you going to do social media marketing? So branding, that was the last thing that I talked about. And also, one more thing I think I want to talk about is when you're dealing with accounting. I did some research. I was trying to find out how many different forms of accounting are there. So, and I did some research today, and I found out we know we have financial accounting, recording and classifying. Recording and classifying must adhere to the GAAP historical data processing. So financial accounting is business transactions. When you're preparing business transactions and preparing and presenting financial statements or income statements, statement of cash flows, and so basically financial accounting deals with outside decision makers. In other words, they may want to look at your income statements, your balance sheets, your statement of owner's equity, and they have to adhere to the GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. Then we have managerial accounting, focuses on providing financial analysis, budgeting and forecasting, cost analysis, information for use by internal users, which is management. So managerial accounting focuses on managers within an organization. So focuses on providing financial analysis, budgeting and forecasting, cost analysis, and basically managers within an organization are your decision makers. They are your decision makers when it comes to managerial accounting. Then we have cost accounting, tax accounting, cost accounting, recording, presentation, and analysis of manufacturing costs. So in other words, you have a manufacturing business, they mostly deal with cost accounting. Manufacturing business, that means you're making your own products. So you're making your own products, you're a manufacturing company. So you basically will be dealing with cost accounting. Then we have tax accounting. Uh, Tax accounting helps you minimize taxes legally. Helps clients follow rules set by tax authorities. So tax planning and preparation of tax returns determines taxes. So in other words, tax accounting, uh, those tax authorities uh, will be looking at your accounting records. So it helps clients follow rules set by uh, tax authorities. So in other words, the tax authorities will not be the ones helping you with your taxes. It's just that when you do your taxes, I guess your accountant, he'll make sure that you have everything legally, your paperwork will be legally, set up right. So just in case the tax authorities want to look at your tax paperwork. So that's why they call it tax accounting. Yes, it helps clients follow the rules. In other words, they help you follow the rules. So you have to follow the rules when it comes to doing your taxes. And then we have accounting information systems. Involves the development, installation, implementation, and monitoring of accounting procedures and systems using the accounting process. Accounting information systems. Involves the development, installation. So in other words, you're installing, you're implementing, and you're monitoring your accounting procedures and the systems when it comes to the accounting process. And then we have forensic accounting. Forensic accounting involves court and art or science of investigating people and money. So in litigation cases, fraud investigation claims, and dispute resolution, and other areas that involve legal matters. One of the popular trends in accounting today. In other words, forensic accounting. So in other words, you're dealing with a company. I was on YouTube earlier today, and I was looking at some videos, and they were talking about forensic accounting. This is the first I've heard of this type of accounting. So in other words, you have a company that they were talking. It was a teacher on there who was talking, and he was saying he was talking to his students, and I guess he was trying to keep them interested in. He was saying that forensic accounting was a good field to be in. So in other words, if you have a company that you work for, and you think that somebody may be embezzling funds or something from the company assets, so forensic accounting will, in other words, that company will contact the authorities, and they'll have the right people that will look into something like that and see. In other words, you have money that's missing, you think money's been stolen out of your company or a company that you work for. So that comes under forensic accounting. People. That's why I say it's people and money, because they know a lot of times people. Sometimes you have the wrong people dealing with money, and they get, they may have bills at home and things get to looking so good, and when they see that money on paper, then their eyes get bigger than their pocket, and they get tempted to mess with somebody else's money. So that comes under forensic accounting. So he was telling the students that, stay with that field because it was a good field to be in. So it said forensic accounting. They say people steal money all the time. Forensic accounting is there to investigate, analyze accounting records, and get to the bottom. Forensic accounting investigative methodology. That was this came off the video that I watched on YouTube earlier. And so forensic accounting investigative methodology. Though that I guess that is one of the tools that law enforcement use. In other words, when somebody reports that, hey, we have some money missing out of our company and we don't know where it went. Just like on the news, I was watching the news a few days ago, and now they're looking for some missing money, one of those companies, and so I think it's one of the schools or something, but I don't know if they found out what went down with that, but so that would be forensic accounting, that would come under that. So they say people steal money all the time. And then we have judiciary accounting, fiduciary accounting. We have fiduciary accounting involves handling of accounts managed by a person entrusted with the custody and management of or for the benefit of another person. So in other words, they entrust, say for instance, they entrust somebody, one person may entrust another person, handle their accounts. That would be a fiduciary. That's um that's something like a fiduciary friendship or something like that. And when it comes to legal items, legal things. So it says involves handling of accounts managed by a person entrusted. So in other words, you have a disabled person or somebody that you're overseeing their money. You have a fiduciary right to, I guess, oversee their money because they are not in the position, the mental, I guess their mental capacity don't allow them to handle their own money. Just like, you know, Social Security sometimes when it comes to disability, recipients. Yeah, when it comes to those recipients that can't handle their money, they have uh, payees. They appoint payees to handle their money. So then you have to make sure that the payees are doing what they say they're supposed to do with the money and make sure that money is taking care of that person that has disability. So then we have auditing. External auditing refers to the examination of financial statements by an independent party with the purpose of expressing an opinion as to fairness of presentation and compliance with GAAP. Control structures within the organization, segregation of duties, policies and procedures, degrees of authorization, and other controls implemented by management. So I think that was the last one. Yep, that was the last one. So financial accounting, accounting, in other words, I didn't even, this is very interesting information. Financial accounting, so this is just what I was writing it on. We have financial accounting, see at the bottom, forensic. I was just reading up on the forensic accounting. And then we have financial accounting, managerial accounting, cost accounting, tax accounting, accounting information systems, forensic accounting, and as I said, fiduciary accounting, auditing. So I think class, that's all I have today. And I want to say thank you for joining me today. And also, let's see. Yeah, this is just some things that this was just some little charts that I put on here. See, build your brand, you build the trust, build your brand, build the trust up in your customers, your logo, your company colors, and your customer service. So those things are very important in your business. Those things are very important in your business. So also you want to ask yourself, as I said earlier, do you want a storefront or online presence? Which one, or do you want both? And then this was employees. How you treat your employees? In other words, how you treat your employees can represent how your customers are treated. In other words, if you're treating your employees and you treating your employees bad, it's gonna rub off on your customers. So I didn't work for them, but I did a report when I was in college. I think it was Southwest Airlines. They say that their employees are number one, but it usually said that customers are number one. But Southwest Airlines said their employees, Southwest Airlines, they said the employees are number one. I bought a little book that the company wrote. So in other words, treat your employees top notch because your employees are an asset to your company as well. You have your products, you have your machinery, your inventory, your computers, or whatever, but those are assets. But in my opinion, your employees are assets as well because if your employees are not treated uh, well, then they're going to be, you don't want them all beat down and run down and tired and feel like they're not wanted and not appreciated. And then when the customers come into your business, they're not going to treat them. It's going to rub off on your customers. So it's always said, it has been, the old saying is, customers are number one, but it's almost like you have to put both of them number one, your employees and your customers. So I did some security work. I was a security guard a while back, and I really saw how security guards were treated. And it's just a shame, that type of position, you don't get the respect that you deserve. So, you know that one thing about being a security guard, if it's not, and if it wasn't for those guards on those posts, then you would not have the contracts for that particular company. See, the security guards are the ones that have to be on those posts, hold those posts down, and watch those assets that they're watching. So you can't beat your employees down. You have to treat your employees with very good respect, and you have to honor your employees. So all that comes. So basically, you might as well say that employees, they're part of your brand too. So why not treat them like your brand? Employees are your brand too. Everything about your business should be included in your brand. Don't beat your employees down and expect for them to do good work, because that won't happen. So, and then as I said, marketing, advertising, and promoting your business. So, marketing, advertising, and promoting your business. And then we have, okay, as I said in my other video, your niche, your target market audience. I already picked out my niche. I'm gonna be doing, I'm a beauty and barber, business. So I cut hair and I do perms, and I do perms for my clients. Most of them have hair issues, or their hair may be sensitive, their skin may be sensitive, their hair may be falling out, and so that would be my niche. I want to deal with those type of clients, but I'm open to any customer that want to come into business. I'm open to them coming in, but that would be my niche. And this is then I also want to maintain my competitive advantage. I want to offer excellent customer service. So these are some of the things I want to offer in my business. So in other words, I want to maintain a competitive advantage because I want customers to come to my business as opposed to going across town or down the street or around the corner to another business. I want to try to find something that I can offer unique, that will be unique for my customers. And I want to build my brand. I want to do that as well. I want to do that. I want to offer something that's unique, a product or service that is unique, so I can keep my customers coming back to my business. So that is what makes customers come back. That uniqueness that you have, quality product, uniqueness that you have that another company don't have, a lower price. Maybe you're offering discounts on a weekly basis. It's just something that you can do. What can you do to make your business unique? See, what is unique about your business? What is unique about your business to keep your customers coming back? What is unique about your business? So this is some of the things that we have to, that I'll have to think about. Me and a lot of other business owners. And this is just something I had overhead. Overhead are all expenses not related to making the product, indirect costs. So all your overhead costs, your anything, all expenses that don't relate to the direct making of the product. So your indirect, in other words, your indirect indirect costs. Indirect costs. So all your overhead. And how is your business doing? Revenues minus expenses. What is your net income? How is your business doing? Revenues minus expenses will give you a net income. How is your business doing? So you take all your revenues minus your expenses, net income. So this is what is on the income statement. So, and then we have, can we get a loan from the bank or credit union? How are our assets, liabilities, and owner's equity representing our company? See? How are our assets, liabilities, and owner's equity representing our company? Are we bringing in profits, or are we having a loss, profit loss? So that's all for today, class. And I want to say thanks for joining me today for my class, Counting for Real, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. So I had a lot of terms that I did showcase today. So I want to say thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you back again, same place, same time, Counting for Real. And so it looks like we're going to be getting some snow today, and I think it's right now. I'm here in Washington, D.C., so I think it's just raining right now. But I think I'm going to get into some of this yogurt. I might want to eat some of this before I eat my dinner later on. So this is some real good yogurt. Some real good yogurt. And it's called triple Oikos triple zero. So I want to say thanks for joining me, class, and my Counting for Real. And I hope to see you on my next video. So I want to say to you all, don't get caught out in that bad weather today. And sit back and relax. Get you some coffee, some hot chocolate, and come back to see me again on my next video. And I want to say to you all, have a good one. And I'll see you next time. Take care and do not get caught out in the snow. All right. You have a good one.